Okay, we are working on need input. Alright, so on this one we have several links here. I'm not really gonna show you all of them, but this one has links to the input function and some other ones if you need refreshers on that. This link goes for import time because we're about to import time, and this one goes for import random. So in this one, we're going to be adding a couple extra, or we're adding extra functions that are not built into Python. So we're getting those from these two lines of code here. So the first thing we're going to do is unlock these two lines of code. And now we have extra functions that we wouldn't normally have. They can be found at those links right there. Okay, the first thing says use input to get the user's name and store it into a variable. So I'm going to say user underscore name is equal to. Now I'm going to use input. That is going to go to that's gonna put a window on the screen, and it basically works like print. So I'm just going to say what is your name. When we run this, you're going to see that at the bottom here it says what is your name, and it's stuck. It's stuck until you answer. You can just push enter if you want, and that'll be an answer, but until you give it some information, it is not going to allow you to keep going. So if you get stuck, it's because you have input here, and sometimes you can build an input without any words in it, and you won't even know it's there. Okay. One thing to note is whenever you use input, it pulls in the information as a string. So this this pulls in information as a string. Alright, so the information that comes in from this is a string, meaning words for humans. Alright, line 9. Use the user greet the user with a friendly salutation. So we're just going to say print hello. And I'm going to say user underscore name. Today, actually we do comma. So now I'm printing. I had a student come in. Okay, anyway, so we wrote hello, and then it says username. Today is a lovely day. So if I run this, it says what is your name? I'm going to put Ren, and it says hello Ren, today is a lovely day. Okay, so this right here, this part is not really spaced the way I want it. So I'm going to show you how we can fix those spaces there. So on these commas, every time you have a comma when you're adding in a variable, it's going to put a space in there. So I'm going to change these to plus signs like that and run it again, and I'll say Ren. And you can see that it says hello Ren, today is a lovely day, but Ren is all smashed together. So I want one space here, and I don't want a space on the last one, so that's what I'm going to do this for right there, and that's going to fix that. Oops. There we go. Alright, so now we can also do print. This is another way to do exactly what we just did. So we're going to say hello. And then I'm just going to write it all as one thing. But for username, I'm going to put %s instead. And I'll say today is a lovely day. Now, how I replace that %s is I say %. Notice that's on the outside of that. And then I'm going to do user underscore name. So when I run this, if I wrote it right, you're going to notice these two look exactly the same when they print out. But if you look at it in the code, they look rather different. This one allows you to write it all as one line. This one you kind of have to like break up your stuff and move it around. I think 11's a better way to do it, but when I first started learning this, I did like number 10, and I need to like switch to the other way, but that's okay. Print some line breaks on the screen so it doesn't get confusing as we go along. So how you can make a line break is you do \n inside of a string. So if you run that, it's gonna put an extra line. So I'm gonna show you that. Print. Oops. So if you run that, it's gonna print an extra line. So you can see it added some extra space there. Now if you want to print like 20 of those lines without having to make a loop, you can do \n and then times 20. So when I run that, now it gave me 20 extra lines of space without having to type it 20 different times. I'm just going to put that at 3. Okay. Ask the user what their favorite number is. So I'm going to say user underscore fave underscore number is equal to input. What is your favorite number? Okay. Now we got to remember this pulls it in as a string or words, but we want a number from them or an integer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert what they give me into a number. This, oops. Okay. So I put some extra space here so you can see that it's an integer. We're taking this statement and turning it into an integer. I'm gonna remove the space now, but I was trying to show you. We take our string and then we wrap it in this integer, and it's going to turn it into a number so we can do some calculations with it later. Print user underscore fave underscore number. And what that's going to do is just prove that it's able to get a number from them. So I'm going to say Ren, what is your favorite number? I'm going to say 5. So you can see it got my favorite number. Alright. Tell the user what your favorite number is, but pick it randomly. Now this is where we're going to use that random function, so you can travel to that web page if you want to find out. But here's what it looks like. Number is equal to random dot randint 0, 100. So what that is going to do is it's going to pick a random integer from 0 to 100. So let's print it out. Let's see, does it actually do that? So print number here. So random.randint 0 to 100, that picks a random number, and we're storing it inside of number. And then we're just going to print it back out. So what's your name? My name is Ren. What's your favorite number? 5. It picks a random, it stores my favorite number, then it picked a random number, 81. So from 0 to 100, it picked 81. Print some line breaks. So we're just going to do print \n times 20. I'm clearing the screen. The screen, I'm not going to see all this after I answer what my favorite number is. This is going to clear the screen. Pretend you are thinking with the time.sleep and then multiply the numbers together. So we need to pretend like we're thinking. So what we're going to do is, remember this is going to clear the screen right there, so that last one, so they're not going to see anything. So I'm going to say print, and then I'm going to say like I'm thinking. And then I'm going to use the time thing. So I'm going to say print, no, it's time dot sleep, and inside of this is going to give us how long it's going to wait. So I'm saying 3 seconds. So I want it to wait 3 seconds, Okay, so pretend like you're sleeping with time.sleep. So this will wait 3 seconds. So this is going to wait for 3 seconds. And then we want to multiply the numbers together. So I'm just going to give a little interaction here. I'm going to say print, hey, your favorite number times my number is. So it says, hey, your favorite number times my favorite number is. And now we're going to tell them what that is. So print. So all we have to do is figure out what their favorite number is. And their favorite number is stored in user underscore fave number. So I'm going to say user fave number times, and then our random number we chose is right there. So times number, like that. And then I'm going to give them some time to read this because we're going to end up clearing the screen again in a second. So time.sleep for 3 seconds. So let's run this and see if our stuff is working or do we have any errors. What is your name? My name is Ren. Hello, Ren. Today is a lovely day. What is your favorite number? 5. Clears the screen. It's thinking, hey, your favorite number times my favorite number is 265. Cool. So now if we scroll up, we can see that the number I put in was 5. The next one was 53, the random number it chose, and 5 times 53 is 265. All right, last part. It says, ask the user to pick rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, so we're going to need to make a loop to, it says, tell them to pick rock, paper, or scissors. Don't let them go without answering properly. And what I mean by that is they could answer anything, but I only want rock, paper, or scissors. If they give me the wrong answer, it's going to say it's not going to let them keep going. They have to give me the correct answer. So I'm going to make a variable. X is equal to 0. So I just made up a variable and made it 0. And I'm going to say while X is not equal to 1, they have to stay inside of this line of code. Exclamation mark equal sign, that means not equal. So if I say exclamation mark equals, this means not equal to. Okay, so as long as X does not equal 1, they're going to stay in this code right here. So then we're going to tell them, let's clear the screen. So every time this runs, it's going to clear the screen. So we're going to do print, and then \n times 20. Then we're going to print, let's play rock, paper, scissors. Then I'm going to say their answer. So they're going to give me some type of answer to a question. They're going to say input. I'm going to say rock is A, or paper is B, or scissors is equal to C. So when this pops up, they're gonna understand, or hopefully they'll understand, that you're gonna put either A, B, or C instead of typing the whole word rock, paper, or scissors, because there's a lot of errors that can happen when you do something like that. So let's just give them the option. Push A for rock, push B for scissors, or B for paper, and C for scissors. All right, now we need to check. Did they push the correct letter? So we're gonna say if answer is equal to A. Equals means means are these the same? That's what equals equals means. Oh, I also have to put a colon at the end of that. I can't forget. So this says, if answer is equal to A, then we need to do something. I'm going to pass that right now because I'm on one train of thought. And so, watch my coding there. So I'm going to just keep going because I'm on this one train of thought. I'm trying to get all of these on, like, they can answer A, B, or C. So then I'm saying, if answer is equal to B, then we're going to pass. Or, there's another one. If answer is equal to C, I'm going to pass again. And then, so they either answered A, B, or C, else I'm going to tell them, first I'm going to print a line, \n, and then I'm going to tell them, please answer with A, or B, or C. Because when they get to the last one, that means they didn't answer A, B, or C. So then the very last one is catching them. It's saying, hey, you didn't answer correctly. Please answer like this. Then we're going to do time.sleep. We're going to give them a second to read that. We're going to give them 3 seconds to read it. And then since they didn't answer correctly, it's going to force them to go all the way back to the start. Okay, let's make sure that what we just did is working before we continue on. So I'm going to say print. And I'm going to say we broke out of the loop. This is just a testing thing, so we can test to make sure it's working correctly. Now, but are we going to break out of the loop? Well, actually we're not, because the way to get out of the loop is to make x not equal to 1. So if we have to make x equal to 1 in order to get out of the loop. So x is 0, and we never changed it in here, so they're going to be stuck. So on all these passes, this means they answered correctly. So I'm going to say x is equal to 1. So if they answer A, they can get out. Now we'll say if x is equal to 2, they can get out. And then if x is equal to 3, meaning any of these answers, they will break out of the loop. Okay, let's test and see if we did that correctly. So I'm going to run this. What is your name? My name is Ren. My favorite number is 5. It's thinking, and now it tells me the multiplication of his number and my number. And now it says, do you want to play rock, paper, scissors? So I'm going to say, I'm going to pick rock. I'm going to type rock. Let's play rock, paper, scissors, and it says A is rock, or B is paper, or C is scissors. So I'm going to type rock. And it says, please answer with A, or B, or C, and then it puts it back on the screen. So I'm going to say A. Now it says, please answer with A, B, or C. We broke out of the loop. So we got out of the loop, but it still told us to answer that. So it still landed inside of this else statement. If you remember on our last lesson, we were talking about if. So we need to make these two in the middle if. What if does, so you start out with an if, and then you go to if. If says, if I'm correct, stop looking for more answers. You're done. You did it. Good job. If the one above it's true, it's not going to look. It's done. Then this one will be done too, and then this one will be done too. So let's just check and see if what I said is true. So if you just have if, it's going to check every single one, and you don't want to do that if you get the right answer. You don't need to check all of them. Okay, so let's run this again. Ren 5. And now it says, hey, your favorite number is, or times my favorite number is 220. Now I'm going to say A again, and it says we broke out of the loop. So we did it correctly. Okay, so On this one, they chose A. On this one, they chose B. And on this one, they chose C. So now we know that they can choose rock, paper, or scissors. Ask the user to pick rock, paper, or scissors. Don't let them out without answering properly. So that's all I really wanted you guys to do. If you want, on your own, you can try and answer this or like complete the game. We're going to be working on this some more tomorrow. This is about how far we got in class, so we'll have another video answering or finishing up this and the extra coder madness. So have a good day. Thank you.